This is Streetz podcast, Voices of the Underworld, and I'm your host and executive producer, Brandon Green. Today's guest, we have a Youngstown native who's a proud son to Mike Wilkins and Keisha Blackshear, and even prouder grandson to Doris Blackshear. And we're glad to introduce to you Mr. Mike Wilkins, aka Big Mike. What's up, fam? How you doing today?
I'm great, bro. How you feeling?
Man, I'm great, man. It's good to have you, man. And we appreciate you taking your time out.
I appreciate you for having me, man.
For sure. We gonna get straight to it, man. So we're gonna ask you a few questions, just answer them best as clear as you can.
All right, shoot.
So starting out, man, how was your life growing up?
Man, I can't say I had a bad life, man. I just, we all got choices in life, man, But other than that, I had a great life, man.
Okay, so you grew up in the inner city Youngstown. Did you have any siblings?
Yeah, I got a lot of siblings. I got one little brother on my mother's side, and then I got 7 different siblings on my father's side.
Okay, so as kids, we remember when it was all fun, riding bikes, water balloon fights, whatever. When would you say for you when the streets came into play?
Man, just being a product of my environment, just being around certain things growing up, because I had a young mom. My mom had me when she was 15 years old. So, being a parent didn't come with a handbook. So just being around her, my father, my uncles, even my grandmother, just certain things I seen growing up. I felt like the streets chose me. I didn't chose the streets.
Okay. So is it like the things that you seen, having a young mom, it just kind of the environment, you fell into it?
Yeah. Like a sponge. I was a sponge, just growing kid, just seeing things, and I thought that was the way.
Okay.
But we inherited like a secondhand nature. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, we always hear about Youngstown. How was it growing up there, though?
Youngstown, man, it's a small environment. You know what I mean? Like everybody know each other or know of each other. So it's like, it's cool, but it's like everybody's so jealous and envious. And it just was, it's a challenge, man. It's a challenge for sure. You really got to change your process of thinking and the people you be around to really just be a better person.
Okay, so with your dad that you mentioned, was he there early on in your life?
Yeah, periodically he was in and out of my life, you know what I mean? But he was there for the most part. He tried to be there, but he had other kids, and plus he was in the streets. But he made sure me and all my siblings knew each other.
Okay, that's what's up. So now, did he spend any time in jail while you was young?
Yeah, but it wasn't a long time. You know what I mean? But he was mainly in the streets, but he didn't go to prison a lot. You know what I mean? I could say that.
Okay. So, what were some more positive examples of role models that you had coming up that you remember?
Really like my grandma's sister husband. He was a pastor. You know what I mean? He used to come get us when we was young, take us fishing, come cut the grass at the church. He was a positive role model. He was a one-woman man. They had a solid foundation. You know what I mean? He was the provider and the protector. You know what I mean?
Okay, so even seeing him, the pastor, did some of those things, those good examples, did those stick with you?
Yeah, a lot of those stuck with me.
Okay. Now, if you can remember, what was the first time you got in trouble with the law, and how old were you?
First time I got in trouble with the law, I was 17, and I went to juvenile for the weekend, but I had nothing to do with it. I just was in the wrong place at the wrong time. But
Well, that's the story of a lot of us. So, what did that do from you from a mental standpoint? Being like, man, did that wake you up, where it was just like, man, what did that do for you?
Honestly, I didn't really care because being a juvenile was like having fun. Then a lot of people that I grew up with was in there, so it was like I don't care. You know what I mean?
So now that's 17. So now we turn 18. I'm pretty sure you graduated from high school.
No, I didn't graduate.
Okay, you didn't graduate from high school, but we 18. Then where did your life go there?
I wanted to be in the streets more. I started staying at a dope house, thinking I can just live this lifestyle, man. Just trying to desire the wrong shit.
That's the story of many of us. So what led you to this time you're doing now, and how much time are you doing?
Well, right now I'm serving 14 years. I've been incarcerated since 2014, so I'm really at the end of it. You know what I mean? I'm doing the best I can to get home early, man, and just be a different person than what everybody see me as. You know what I mean? 'Cause, everybody gonna judge you off of your past or your current circumstances, but it's up to them. It's up to you to show what your true potential.
Okay, so we always ask a lot of our guests, if it's something that, well, number one, if it's something that you could tell your younger self, what would you tell them?
Man, be yourself, man. Be a king, man. Be a leader, man. You know what I mean? Don't be scared to be yourself. You know what I mean? Learning, having a high intellectual is not corny or lame. You know what I mean? Being an outcast is not lame or corny.
Okay, well, yeah, that's and what would you tell some of the younger generation?
Younger generation, I'll tell them the same, man. Just be yourself, man. Seek your full potential, man. You know what I mean? Just because you're in a certain environment don't mean you have to stay there mentally. Don't set yourself up for low expectations. Always dream big.
Okay. Now since you've been down, man, a 14-year sentence, you say you at the end. What's some of the ups and downs that you have experienced since being incarcerated?
Ups and downs. There's been a lot, man. Just I've been trying to be optimistic about certain things, so I've been staying a little active, man. Getting my GED, getting my education, man. Getting trades under my belt because this time gonna come to an end, and really, that's all I can get out of it is take the good out of it. You know what I mean?
Man, that's 11.
Really saved my life.
You feel like jail saved your life?
Yeah, it saved my life. You know what I mean? Because I was on the road to destruction. You know what I mean? I could have been doing life in here, or I could have been dead.
Man, and that's crazy. So 11 in or 12 in on the 14. How has it been as far as family support, not for you?
My family been here for the most part, you know what I mean? Like mentally, not even just financially. You know what I mean? Emotionally, I done had a few females in and out the whip, you know what I mean? They come to see me, but other than that, man, I've been staying strong for me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
'Cause this place is meant to break us down in all aspects of life. But it's up to you to really just stay strong for you and look at the bigger picture.
Okay, so if you could talk to because I know you come across a lot of dudes in here who you cool with, you consider brothers, family, whatever. If it was a sister, a mom, or a dad, anybody listening, how would you tell them is the best way they could support their loved ones while they're incarcerated?
Just being there, answering the phone, you know what I mean? Just even if it's just a text on getting out, just hey, how you doing? How you feeling today, man? You know what I mean? That helps. Keep your head up. You know what I mean? Them little words count. You feel me? It ain't even always got to be about money, man. Sometimes people just be wanting to hear some inspiration. You know what I mean? Like you on your way home, or just the little things that count, man.
Man, that's amazing, man. So man, and what institutions have you been at along the way?
I got sent to prison in 2017, and I went from Lorraine. I was in Lorraine for 54 days, and then I went to Lake Erie for 6 years. I left Lake Erie in 2023, and then I went to Ross Correctional for 2 years, and I just left Ross September, and I've been in Marion since then.
Man, so you kind of been on the move, man.
Yeah, man.
What could you say as far as the mentality? Is it different from place to place, or it's kind of like the same?
I mean, nowadays it's the same for real, man. It's a young person world. Like, you seeing people that was 12, 13 when you was out there. Now they, you know what I mean? They growing up and coming to prison. So it definitely transitioned. You know what I mean?
Right. So for some of some of the young dudes that's from your way, I'm pretty sure a lot of them look up to you. What do you tell them when you actually see them in here?
I never realized how important that was. Like, people that used to watch you that you didn't even know watched you, and now they trying to grow up and be in the streets too.
Yeah, that's deep because it's like you say, you didn't know they watched you, but now you realize that they watched you. But now that you're on a righteous path and they remember you for that, how do you address that?
I just tell them I was lost. You know what I mean? I didn't even know who I was at the time. You know what I mean? I wasn't stable mentally. I mean, I was inconsistent with myself.
That's crazy. Well, so you spoke on getting your GED, taking other type of programs. What's some of your plans that you got for when you do get released?
You know, I set myself up for monthly goals, yearly goals. You know what I mean? Like short term, mid term, and long term goals. Like, you know, when I first get out, I'm gonna start with the small things, as far as like getting my license and getting a job. You know what I mean? And then I want to do like truck driving. You know, hopefully build my own, and then start doing real estate. I want to have an apartment building. You know what I mean? And either do Airbnbs or rent them out and be a landlord, and just, you know, create a consistent cash flow for myself, and, you know what I mean, teach myself financial literacy so I don't live beyond my means.
Okay, that sounds like you got a good plan, man. So let's get back to family, man. Let's talk about your mom, man. Like you like you say, she was a kid having a kid. She was young. So, how's y'all's relationship?
Man, me and Mom Dukes, man. She that's my road dog. Like, I got a lot of respect for her, man. You know, I done seen her go through a lot. You know what I mean? Just, you know, sometimes she used to feel like she felt as a parent, but really, you know what I mean, she didn't though. She did the best she can. She did the best she could, and I tell her that. Like, I'm proud of her, you know what I mean? Because she could have gave me away or had an abortion, you know what I mean? So I tell her, like, you created a star, Mom, so smile every day, you feel me?
For sure. So if she was listening right now, what would you tell her right now? Something that you never told her, what would you tell her right now?
I love her and that I'm on my way home.
So I'm pretty sure for her that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough.
That's all she needs to hear.
And what about you also you mentioned your dad and your grandmother. What's something that you would like to say to both of them?
I'm on my way.
That's it. It's just short. I'm on my way, huh? For sure. Well, right now, entertainment, religion, where you stand as far as religion?
Man, I'm a Muslim, you know, but that's just my faith, man. I get into a lot of things, man. I'm open-minded to a lot of things, so I'm just a spiritual person all the way around. You know what I mean? Like I told you, my grandma's sister's brother. I mean, her husband was a pastor, so I grew up in the church, but you know, I always knew it was something else. You know what I mean? And then I came to prison and found a different way. You know what I mean? And I fell in love with it. You know what I mean? Like, not even just praying on the rug 5 times a day, just the structure of it, having morals, and you know what I mean, the way just carrying yourself as a king.
Mm-hmm. That's major, man. Because like as far as being a Muslim, I hear it's a lot of discipline, like you say, structure in it.
Self-control, self-discipline.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Okay. when we entertainment as far as the music. How you feel about that?
Ah man, the music has transitioned a lot, man. It's like everything is drill this, drill that now. It's not nothing inspiring and motivational that we listen to nowadays, and that's what the government is putting out there for these kids to listen to, the poison. You know what I mean? Smoking on your ops and a whole bunch of goofy stuff that don't even mean nothing. You know what I mean?
Mm, that's crazy, man. Well, I know the music for a lot of people anywhere it help you get through life.
Yeah, music is one of my passions. It got me through this time listening to R&B, you know, like rap, like Tupac, Nas, Jay-Z, you know, people of my era, like, you know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. Well,
Master P.
P.
Yeah,
Master
Master P,
P.
man.
So to you? Who was the hardest, man? No Limit or Cash Money, man,
True.
or Rockefeller? Who was the hardest?
I had to say, I mean, dang, man, that's a tough one. They was all good for real, but I'm No Limit. I'm No Limit, man, 'cause that was the music that was in my household young. You know what I mean? I watched my mom and them go to a Master P concert when I was like 6, 7 years old.
Mm.
And I used to be like listening to that type of music growing up.
Okay, that's what's up.
Cash Money and them came later on down the line.
Oh yeah, that is right, 'cause it was what, Death Row, then No Limit, then Cash Money, then Rockefeller. That's how it went. Okay, okay. Well, look, man, as we get ready to close, man, you gave up some valuable information. You know, you told a good story as far as your upbringing and stuff. Is there anything that you would like to say that you didn't say, or any shout outs you'd like to give?
I just want to shout out to the black people, man, that's out there winning, man. You know what I mean? And really seeking change and seeking ownership and trying to be a better you.
Okay, man. Well, it was again, man. Appreciate you taking your time. Pleasure to have you.
Yeah, appreciate you, big bro.
For sure. And this some Streetz podcast, Voices of the Underworld, and this was with Mr. Mike Wilkins, aka Big Mike from Youngstown, Ohio. We out 100.